Today I'm going to teach you how to find the average rate of change of a function. And the average rate of change can be equivalent to finding the slope of a secant line. Now when you're finding the average rate of change, it has a specific formula to follow by. And the formula is f of x minus f of c all over x minus c. And the average rate of change goes from what they call c to x. So we're going to do an example on how to show that. Now, the function we're going to start out with is f of x equals 3x squared minus 2x plus 3. And the rate of change is going from 3 to 5. Now remember I said the average rate of change goes from c to x. So we're going to label c 3 and we're going to label 5x just so we don't forget. So first we're going to have to find f of x. Now x equals 5 here, so we're going to plug in 5 to all the x values. So we're going to start with 3 times 5 squared minus 2 times 5 plus 3. Next we're going to have to find f of c. So we're subtracting it, and make sure you put parentheses over the whole f of c equation. So c equals 3 here, so we're going to plug in 3 to all of the x values. So 3 times 3 squared minus 2 times 3 plus 3. Now, as you can see, this equation is a long mess, so we're going to simplify the top before we start with the bottom. Now, let's start with the f of c over here. 3 squared equals 9, times 3 is 27, minus 2 times 3 is 6, plus 3. And 27 minus 6 is 21, plus 3 is 24. Now let's simplify this side. 5 squared is 25, times 3 is 75, minus 2 times 5 is 10, plus 3. Now 75 minus 10 is 65, plus 3 is 68. So now we have 68 minus 24, which equals a grand total of 44. Now we have to do the bottom. The bottom is x minus c. So as you can see, our x equals 5, and then minus c, which is 3. So simplify that, and we have 44 over 2, which equals 22. And that is the average rate of change for our function 3x squared minus 2x plus 3. And that is also the slope of the secant line. Now we're going to do one more example on how to find the average rate of change. This could be example 2. Now we're going to use the same equation, f of x equals 3x squared minus 2x plus 3, except this time the rate of change is going from negative 2 to x. And don't forget to label c and x, just like we did before, so we don't forget. Now first we're going to do f of x. Now x equals x here, so we're going to plug in x to all of the x values, which is simply going to be 3x squared minus 2x plus 3. Now we're going to subtract f of c. So subtract, and c equals negative 2 here, so we're going to plug in negative 2 for all the x values. So 3 times negative 2 squared minus 2 times negative 2 plus 3. Now we're going to have to simplify all of this before we do the bottom. So negative 2 squared is 4, times 3 is 12. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4, and then plus 3. So that 12 plus 4 is 16, plus 3 is 19. So right now we have 3x squared minus 2x. Now we have plus 3 and minus 19, so that's just going to come out to negative 16. So that is the answer to f of x minus f of c, our top numerator. Now we're going to put that all over x minus c. Well, x just equals x here, so we're going to keep that. And then minus c equals negative 2, so negative 2. Now that comes out to x plus 2. So let's see if this factors nicely to cancel out. So 3x, and we could do 3x minus 8 and x plus 2. And as you can see, that'll get us out to 3x minus 2x minus 16. All over x plus 2. And as you can see, these two will cancel out, leaving you with an answer of 3x minus 8. And that would be the average rate of change. And it would also be the slope of the secant line. So that is how you find the average rate of change. I hope this video was helpful. And thank you for watching.